The Panthers have arrived in Plymouth for the 2012 UK P1 Superstock premiere. Hello and welcome to the opening round of the UK P1 Superstock Championships from here, the vibrant city of Plymouth. It was from this historic maritime port that the Pilgrim Fathers set sail on the Mayflower for the New World. And it was right up here on the Hoe where Sir Francis Drake famously orchestrated his victory against the Spanish Armada. And I'm pleased to say joining the team for this season is a lady who knows a thing or two about victories and arguably has been in powerboat P1 racing since the time of the Pilgrim Fathers. It is, of course, former British champion Shelley Jory-Lee. Shelley, good to have you on board.
Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm taking a year out from racing at last. After many years of racing, I've finally done it. But really excited just to be involved and be part of the team and just to be here in the, with the racing, albeit on the land.
Well, we're thrilled that you're on our team on the land this year. We're really looking forward to your insight. And another new member to the team who has been getting down and dirty in the pits with all the 2012 gossip is our very own Penelope Pitstop. It's petrol head Sarah Bennett-Baggs.
Now, the close season is a busy time for teams, with teammates to secure, tactics and training to work on. Now, I've been getting the lowdown from them, including from last year's champions, Team Purple and Pertemps.
Well, unfortunately, we haven't had a lot of time to do much preparation. But, I mean, all we've done is just we've gone through the boat front to back. It's a little bit of suck it and see at the moment. I mean, we've had obviously some fantastic success over the last couple of years, but it just gets harder and harder because there's only one way you can go from number one, and that's backwards. So, and there's some really, really competitive teams out there. There's some interesting new guys, perhaps coming into it for the first time. They've been doing some racing, but it's a different ball game in the changing conditions of the sea. So, it's going to be a very, very interesting season.
We had the boat out 3 or 4 weeks ago with the Mission Motorsport guys, did a bit of running around and training with them, so we got a good feel for how it was performing. Propeller specifications have changed slightly, so everybody's working on new propeller, newer engines. We'll have to wait and see where it all rolls out.
Well, they're fantastic looking machines, Shelley, but what makes P1 Superstock so unique in the world of powerboats?
P1 Superstock is very unique today because it's a one design class.
Right.
All the boats are identical. We're talking 28-foot monohulls, 250 even-rewed horsepower engines on the back. So every boat is absolutely the same propeller, all down to driver navigator skill. Very affordable and very accessible in the world of motorsport today.
Great stuff. Well, we're going to hear more from you in a moment. Time, though, now to hand over to Neil Holmes as he gives us his on-course commentary for the weekend here in Plymouth.
We're here on board a 250 Panther, one of the P1 boats. We've just left turn buoy 1, we're heading down the straight to turn buoy 2, which is going to be a sharper than 90 left. You need to start drifting away from the buoy, get yourself a decent racing line, get the trim down a little bit, start swinging into the corner now, keep the exit speed up, heading towards turn buoy 3, that's where we'll leave the 150s, now we're heading towards turn buoy 4, which is a 90-degree left, so you want to start drifting away from the buoy, give yourself some room, let the boat start drifting round, keep it coming round, right back on the trim, get up on the speed, get your top speed sorted out. You're coming into the next corner, which is going to be a sharper than 90 left, start swinging in, he's going to scrape loads of speed off to get round that one. This is turn buoy 6 he's going into. Very hard to take this corner, he's taking it very tight, didn't leave a lot of room for the exit speed. Now he's drifted out wide, he's now got to come across again, he's going to turn into turn buoy 1, down the straight again, he's going to go through the start finishing line.
Well, interesting insights there from Neil, and he's a man that you know rather well, isn't he, Shelley?
I certainly do. I've been training with him for many years and still do. Very important part of my team.
Now, we're bathed in sunshine at the moment down here in Plymouth, but it's not always like this. What's the conditions like this weekend?
I think it's going to be pretty flat out there, which is very fast and furious.
Sounds exciting. Time then now to hand over to race commentary.
We're almost set to go. Before we do, let me tell you where the Powerboat P1 Superstock Championships will be fought out this year. Following the opener, the crews head north to Hull in mid-June, before returning to the south coast of England and Eastbourne in July. Then in August, it's the Isle of Wight and Cowes for the penultimate round, with Southampton being the setting for the final encounter in September. There are two courses, one for the Panthers and the shorter layout for the P150s. Conditions in Plymouth Sound are very smooth as we wait for the signal to begin the Plymouth Grand Prix of the Sea and the Powerboat P1 Superstock year.
Simon's been boxed out.
Yeah. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Go, 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 go.
And it is go, 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 as Johnny Abbott quite rightly tells Andy Wilby driving Typhoo. But it looks like Pickford's in the centre of the pack are off to a flyer. That's Dean Stoneman behind the wheel and Dean Paling alongside.
Stay where you are.
Yeah, but I've got...
Yeah, no.
That was Wilby and Abbott trying to find the best line as we ride with the early race leaders. They've really made a cracking start with Palu and Peters and May looking as if they're contesting second spot. Simon Bales and Philippa Baker perhaps edging ahead. We just saw Ian Brusby and Simon Wing in Edox, and not the best getaway from them as they and Pertemps, as we just saw at the top of the picture, got very close to one another. We're looking back from Peters and May as they negotiate the turn. Great driving from everyone as they make it around with no unnecessary dramas. Simon Bales and Philippa Baker still in pursuit of the race leaders, but Dean Stoneman and Dean Paling seemingly pulling away from the rest of the field.
You're on course. Right,
Well, IFX may not be close to the front, but seemingly enjoying being a part of Powerboat P1 Superstock. Looks like a three-way fight for fourth involving Andy Wilby and Johnny Abbott in Typhoo, and possibly just dropping behind Pertemps and Edox.
All right, keep coming, you clear water.
I can't see.
You're still clear in front. Hold your line, straight up, that's it. Go.
Johnny Abbott and Andy Wilby perhaps not enjoying themselves as much as Nick Williams and Aaron Emmett of IFX Racing. Edox and Typhoo very close just then as we look back at Team Purple, defending champions of the P150 category, and we've switched to Pickford's, who look to be very comfortable, so much so, Dean Paling giving us a wave. Well, Team Purple carrying on from last year, the husband and wife team, defending P150 champions. Palu and Peters and May still squabbling over second place. A strong debut season last year for Simon Bales and Philippa Baker, and looking even stronger here in Plymouth. Back with the P150s. The Thames Mission Motorsport, number 50. And that's who we ride with, Mark Neal and Gak Harvey. Peters and May, that's Mike Lovell and Luke Elkin, and they're up to second. They've passed Simon Bales and Philippa Baker and Palu. As we go back to the P150 crews, some great battles going on. This is McDonald Mermaid looking to close in on Eclipse, but still leading the way though in the Panthers. It's Pickford's, who look increasingly like beginning the year with a win. Dean Stoneman and Dean Paling sensibly taking the long way around and avoiding the P150 crews who are involved in their own race, of course. And there's McDonald Mermaid up to second and ahead of Black Magic and Eclipse. Back on board with Palu, trying to regain second place from Peters and May. They're a boat length behind, but crucially on the inside as they come up to the next turn. Pickford's will take the win. There looks to be nothing stopping Stoneman and Paling from reaching the checkered flag ahead of everyone else. They pass the flag, and it's victory for Dean Stoneman and Dean Paling, their first ever powerboat race. A comfortable win for Pickford's, but much closer for second, with Palu edging ahead of Peters and May in the final stages. Pertemps take fourth ahead of Typhoo.
It was going to be tough because we've never done it before. To go out and pull away by about 25 seconds towards the end of the race, kept it consistent within about half a second every lap, and on the water half a second every lap is quite hard to keep that up.
In the P150 Championship, it was business as usual for Team Purple. McDonald Mermaid take a strong second place ahead of Eclipse, who just held off Black Magic for third, with Potemps Mission and Team Powtech 5th and 6th.
Well, as what's left of the West Country sun sets here in Plymouth, this is one evening where the lights won't be fully going out. See you after the break. Welcome back to day 2 of the opening round of the UK P1 Superstock Championships here in Plymouth. It's time now to get back to the race action.
So it's the same race layout as the crews experienced yesterday. Conditions perfect for the second race of the weekend. The P1 Panthers and the P150s all lined up and ready to go.
Green flags on. Go.
So away we go. And Pickford's, having stormed away yesterday, looking for a repeat today.
Okay, don't follow everybody else, Nick. Right. There we go, nice one.
IFX then seemingly pleased with their situation as we look at the pack being led by Pickford's, with Peters and May in second. Looking back from Pickford's and Dean Stoneman and Dean Paling visibly pulling away. Typhoo and Potemps very close to each other as they contest third. Potemps have got the inside line on Typhoo despite being half a boat length behind. And here we go with the turn. And Potemps should be able to take advantage of their position on the course. And Peters and May on the outside may just lose 2 positions in one go. That's how close it is for second place between these 3 crews. All the while, Pickford's continue to increase their lead. They're not being hindered by the wake from other boats, of course. Peters and May having to work hard and keep Potemps and Typhoo, who we ride with, in their sights. Typhoo closing in on Potemps as they now move inside, but they may have to cross over Potemps' wake again if they can't get to the next turn ahead of their rivals. And they'll have to go the long way round once more, as Peters and May look to go inside Typhoo. This really is a terrific battle between these 3. Pickfords are still just ahead, and the last thing they want is to get involved with the trio behind. In P150, it's Team Purple who continue to lead the way, looking good for win number 2, even at this early stage. Eclipse and McDonald Mermaid in P150 are carrying on where they left off yesterday. Well, Pickfords are not having things all their own way. This time they've got Potemps just on their inside. So Potemps drop back to third. Peters and May powering their way into second. Neil Scarborough looking to see where Typhoo are.
You're going to get a bit of his wash now. Left a bit.
IFX on the outside and sensibly staying out of the P150 scrap between Eclipse and McDonald Mermaid. Lots of hand signals from Pickfords. Thumbs up from Dean Stoneman as we check out P150 second place. Black Magic, that's Vincent and Jade Berridge. This is Potemps and Typhoo. Very close. Typhoo had to alter course to avoid coming into contact with Potemps, who come across this time toward Typhoo. This is on board with Andy Wilby as they go even further wide. Well, father and daughter team Vincent and Jade Berridge still looking for their first P150 win. They're in second behind who else but Team Purple. And there are the race leaders in the P150 category. IFX and Edox may not be toward the front, but they're still enjoying this contest. Ian Brusby and Simon Wing in the 21 boat, just ahead of Nick Williams and Aaron Emmett as we go on board the Edox craft. Mike Lavelle and Luke Alkin in Peters and May, and they've certainly been in a battle in this one, and it's far from over just yet. There's certainly nothing wrong with the mood on board Pickfords. It's win number 2 for Dean Stoneman and Dean Paling. Toulouse unable to repeat their performance of the previous day as they take 5th behind Typhoo, Potemsa 3rd, Peters and May 2nd as Pickfords win again. This is a moment Vincent and Jay Berridge will never forget as they take their first ever P150 victory. The Thames Mission finish ahead of Team Powertech, but behind McDonnell Mermaid in 4th, Eclipse in 3rd, with Team Purple 2nd and Black Magic taking the top spot.
Jade, you were behind Team Purple and then suddenly you pipped them at the post and you're in first. What happened?
I think they stopped, they pulled their kill cord out and we just passed them. It was fun.
Another fantastic feature of the P1 weekends is the Aquacross Championships, and this year the jet skis are back and bigger than ever.
Jim Goodchild made a stunning debut in the P1 Aquacross Championship by winning both the opening rounds in Plymouth on his Kawasaki Ultra 300. Making the most of the calm waters, the 48-year-old was in unstoppable form, streaking away from pole position to head the 22-strong field into the first mark and then going on to lead every lap of both races. Goodchild gave an early season wake-up call to reigning Aquacross champion Russell Marmon, who chased the double race winner in vain.
Yeah, it was great weekend. I mean, I say it wasn't expected, of course. In my head I thought I could do it, but trying to do it on the day is another thing. And you know, the guy's an Iron Man for nothing, and I'm impressed with, you know, the fact he clung on, because I gave absolutely everything.
In the other categories, there were wins for Matt Shipley in the 250 brake horsepower class and Duncan Johnston in the 200s.
Yellow flag still, yellow flag still.